On this episode of Doing the Most, a little bit of an announcement. Many of you have probably been following this channel for a while. As of September, we will have been doing the Most here on YouTube for 6 years. It originally started out as a way for Anna and I to share our household projects, making bread, making cheese, making mead, and demonstrate those for you on YouTube. And over the years and through the pandemic, the channel has grown and the YouTube algorithm kind of niched us into homebrewing content. And I've had a lot of fun with that. And the channel kind of just became an all-around homebrewing channel. We focus on meads and wines and beers, often ciders. And we've had a lot of fun with some really interesting content over the years. We've also been really fortunate to have a lot of opportunity. Went to CiderCon and featured the CiderCon event for y'all. Kind of a rare opportunity, which was kind of fun. We've been a part of creating one of the world's largest mead making competitions, Mead Stampede. We've met cool people from the homebrewing community all around the country and have had a really good time creating content. But I have had a full-time job this whole time. I'm a comms professional here in Oklahoma, and I've worked in the nonprofit sector the entire time Doing the Most has been running. And as many of you know, a couple years ago, we had a kid. And so creating content with a toddler and a full-time job means that you end up burning up a lot of nights and weekends working on that content. You know, you're taking months and months of video and putting it all together, laying down a music bed, trying to make it concise and digestible in a short form format, which can be hard and time consuming. And many of you also know that I have been doing contract work with Craft to Brew, a company that recently I featured in one of my mead kit review videos. And I have done some instructional content for them, some fun content, and there's a lot that still has yet to come out and will be coming out very soon. And so a few months ago, an opportunity came up and we've been talking about it, and eventually I came to the realization that I wanted to seize on an opportunity to make more content. I want to make a lot of content. I have a lot of ideas. I have a spreadsheet that's got like 450 ideas for content around homebrewing, mead making, wine making, beer. And so I accepted an opportunity, and recently I quit my job after 10.5 years in the nonprofit sector, and I will be working with Craft to Brew to make a whole heck of a lot of content. And a lot of you have asked me over the years, are you gonna publish more than once a week? Which I did for a little while, but it's hard. It is a rigorous schedule with how much I have going on in my life. So this opportunity is going to mean that I'm going to get to spend every day working on content and publishing that on Craft to Brew's platforms. So if you want to see more from me, I would advise you to go follow them on all the things, the Instagram, TikTok, the YouTube channel, and become familiar with Craft to Brew's social media, because you're going to see me there quite a bit coming up soon. You know, this is an opportunity to work with a company who I really respect. They put a lot of effort into balancing price and value while also packaging a beautiful product. And they have a real commitment to publishing content that is helpful, insightful, inspiring, and features some of their products so you can see how these things come together in practice. And we've had a lot of conversations about new product development, ways of improving current products in the product line, things like that. And I really respect their commitment to serving the beginner homebrewer. And beginner content is always something I've struggled to make because I'm a more advanced brewer, but I really like the challenge of taking high-level concepts and making them more granular and accessible for folks who are just starting out. And so that's what's gonna happen. What's going to happen here on the Doing the Most channel is probably for a little while there's going to be a little bit less content. And, you know, I try to publish on Fridays if I have content available, and I have some ideas for content coming up and some short form videos that I'd like to publish. But expect to see a little bit of a dip in content here, and then around July, an acceleration of content over on Craft to Brew's platform. But as you probably well know, I have a commitment to journalistic integrity and doing things honestly and fairly, and sometimes bluntly, here on the channel. Sometimes I catch some crap for that. And so that's not going to change. Nothing is going to change here as far as how my content is produced, except I have to figure out a little bit about how I'm going to shoot it, because there is a new construction in my studio that is going to be used for the bulk of my upcoming video content production. So thank you to everybody who has supported the channel over the years. I am planning on making some slight adjustments to how Patreon and YouTube memberships work, lowering the price point so more of you can pile on, and making it more accessible there because of how little benefit there actually is there. What you're really doing on YouTube and Patreon is supporting the work of the Doing the Most channel. It gets reinvested into buckets of honey and supplies and glass and all that. So I will be publishing some information about that on our community page soon, but just know content here will continue. It just might be a little more sporadic for a while as I adjust to my new work schedule. So let's take a peek on the other side of the camera as we say goodbye. This is the new set. This is where Craft a Brew magic is going to be happening very, very soon. So again, I would encourage you to follow their socials, follow my socials, and here's to interesting, fun, and engaging beginner content coming soon, as well as more Doing the Most, hopefully for years to come. Until next time, happy brewing, and cheers.
Homemade brews and various how-tos, everything from mead to roast, bake creation, fermentation, inebriation, doing the most.